Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for November 28th of 2025 is titled NGC 6888, the Crescent Nebula. So what do we see here? Well, here we see the nebula known as the Crescent Nebula, and this is about 25 light years across. Now, if we think about the size there, that's tremendous compared to the distances between the Sun and the nearest stars. Alpha Centauri, the system, the nearest group of stars, is about 4 light years away. So this nebula is about 6 times larger across than it is between the distance between the Sun and the nearest star grouping. And what this is actually a nebula around a very young star known as a Wolf-Rayet star, and specifically WR136. Now, these are some of the most massive stars, and they are so unstable that they expel a lot of material. In fact, this star can expel about the mass of the Sun from it every 10,000 years. And that's what we're seeing is all that material that has been pushed out by the extremely strong stellar winds. Now, our Sun has stellar winds as well, and it pushes out material. Vast amounts of material by our earthly standards, but still very tiny compared to this. This star is losing a solar mass every 10,000 years, and that means it has to be many times more massive than our Sun in order to do that, because otherwise it would be wiped out in just a very short amount of time. Now, here we look at it in the light of 2 different elements, and that is hydrogen in the pinkish glow there, and then the filaments are highlighted by oxygen atom glow in the bluish green color. So looking at a nebula like this in a narrow band, just looking at very specific wavelengths being emitted, allows us to really better highlight the gas, because it is the gas that is primarily emitting its light in these colors. So if we look at a broad band, we pick up all of the spectrum, which will focus on stars, because the stars emit all sorts of light. And when we focus on just the narrow band, yes, we pick up the stars as well, but we're focusing on the light that is being emitted by those specific atoms that we are studying. Now, what will eventually happen to this nebula? Well, a Wolf-Rayet star is the type of star that we expect would become a supernova. At the end of its life, it will build up a core of iron. Iron is the most tightly bound element, meaning we can't get any energy out of fusing it the way we can with lighter elements. And that means once a star builds up a core of iron, it is doomed. It is going to collapse inward on itself and then explode outward in a massive supernova explosion. So that's something we have to look forward to here, but the timing is quite long on these. This could take hundreds of thousands of years before the star gets to that stage. We can't, by looking at the nebula or even the star itself, tell what's going on exactly in the interior. We really will not know that until the star does explode. So that was our picture of the day for November 28th of 2025. It was titled NGC 6888, the Crescent Nebula. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.